ultimate summer essential. Big W sent me their slushie and soft serve maker, and I am so excited to give this a go. This looks pretty legit. I'm quite impressed. Even though it's called a slushie and soft serve maker, you can actually make more than just those two things. We've got slushie, spike slushie, soft serve ice cream, a milkshake, frozen juice. Oh, and the last one just says clean. I feel like that's such a good range, especially for all the events that happen over the summer. It even says how easy it is, with a frozen juice and a classic slushie being quite easy, a milkshake being moderate, and then a soft serve being labeled as hard, which is a concern to me slightly. But the only way to find out if it works and if I can do it is to give it a go. So let's start with the classic slushie. Okay, so the manual wasn't joking when it said that this one was easy. All I used was a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, poured it into the top of the machine and turned it on. It took about 30 minutes to freeze into a slushie texture, but then it was ready to go. I'm not gonna lie, it did come out a bit clunky, but once I mixed it together, it definitely felt like a slushie and even gave me a brain freeze, so I'm calling this one a win. And now it's time to attempt the soft serve. Now, the soft serve is a lot more complex. You start by not even needing the machine. Instead, you have to follow the ice cream recipe and make the mix first. The manual has a specific recipe that I followed, although I didn't have any vanilla extract, so I did substitute it for maple syrup, and it was actually delicious. I've never made ice cream before, so I was definitely learning on the go, and I accidentally overmixed my first batch and I had to start again. I then made sure not to take my eyes off the second batch, and it worked a lot better. Once the mix was ready, I carefully poured it into the machine and started the freezing process. It recommends about 40 minutes before dispensing, so if you're keen to make soft serve, I'd recommend planning ahead. Once it was ready, it came out a bit liquidy, probably not as thick or stiff as I would like, but again, this was my first ever ice cream attempt and it tasted great, so not bad for a first try. The main con I will point out with the machine is the cleaning process. It needs to be completely dry before you start a new recipe, and some of the parts can be tricky to properly clean. I definitely made it harder on myself by doing 2 different recipes back to back, but even if you were just making one, you do need to do a full clean after every use, which can be a bit annoying when you just want to enjoy. Other than that, I was pretty impressed with the machine's capabilities, and I think it would be perfect for kids and parties. Personally, I think I'd get the most use out of the slushie or frozen juice element rather than the ice cream, mainly because of ease, and it feels perfect for a refreshing summer treat. What do you think? Will you be purchasing?